Yeah.
Hmm.
This is exciting. I think there's a lot of room here to explore. I also think I don't know, the way that we structure group coaching often is very it's interesting. It's like both coach is almost like the professor in the room. Like they're the expert, they're leading things, they're providing the structure. And at the same time, it's like almost client led as well. And that whoever's talking, they almost determine the subject that you're exploring.
Hmm.
I know there are some more there are workshops with specific learning objectives and stuff, but I wonder what would change if the coach came in with a goal of helping everyone in attendance achieve a certain objective. Like, my goal is for you to walk out of this knowing exactly what next step to take in
Yeah.
your business, and then structuring it around that as almost the creative prompt could be interesting because it wouldn't necessarily look like do this and then raise your hand if you're stuck. It
Right.
could look everyone has 30 seconds to share something at the beginning, and then we dig more in based on the most common issues. And I don't know, there's a lot of
So
potential
good.
there. Yeah.
I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to try this.
Amazing.
It's
The
so
person who is,
good
yeah, you're in a community, they're like, what is happening? But I think that's exciting. It's very interesting.
because I'll be honest. I'm so glad we're talking about this because in a lot, not in every situation. I feel like I only hang out in coaching circles these days where things are really vibrant and the people
Hmm.
running it are open to experimentation and playing um but I have had there have been years where I'm just like, God, group coaching is so boring. Like,
Yeah.
this is breathing life into something that I mean, to your earlier point, it does make business sense to shift
Hmm.
into group coaching at a certain point.
Yeah.
If you are successful, if you're one-on-one coaching, you cannot handle another client, or you just know that you really want to be helping a lot of people at once. And the best way to do that is to bring people together. From a business standpoint, it makes total sense. But I think how most people are doing it is very stagnant.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I
It's
love these ideas.
Yeah, it's so interesting too, because one of my core beliefs is more more perspectives, more experiences, more variety of experiences brings more life and more energy and more power to basically any situation. Um, and yet it's interesting that the medium in which we do have a lot of different brains and perspectives coming together in the coaching space is generally pretty much it's like a one-on-one coaching light.
Right.
It's almost
Yes.
like a one-on-one coaching with more performance or something,
Yes.
where it's you have a snippet of one-on-one coaching. Maybe the coach talks a little bit more than they would in the one-on-one call, and then they make comments I'm sure everyone can relate to this,
Right.
and
Right.
this is such a common thing that everyone can, but there's a lot of potential being left on the table there, I think.
Yeah, because I mean, it might feel awkward to go deep with 20 people watching, but I think that, or 40 people or 100 people watching. Um, but usually that's more about the coach feeling like it's awkward than the client.
Hmm.
And it's often because the coach only knows how to do one on one coaching and they're just doing one on one coaching as a performance for
Hmm.
the group,
Yeah.
which is only interesting if I think it's only really interesting if it's in a coaching, like coaches are learning how to coach kind of setting. Otherwise, if you want to be really smart about your business, it's like, how do I make sure that every to that question you asked, like if there is an objective for every single person to get something important that made it worth their time, worth their effort, worth far more than whatever they paid to be there. Um, I think the energy that the coach would bring to that is very different than saying, who wants to raise their hand and tell me how you're stuck, and I will talk you through it while other people watch me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
This is cool. I think we're
Yeah.
reinventing group coaching. Just,
I know. I'm sure there are a lot of people doing very interesting things with group coaching out there. And also, I think we could be doing more.
for
But
sure.
that I do think like we only got here by being like, what are the rules
Yeah.
that we've been following and not really questioning?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the first time one of my mentors was just like in a group coaching call, and she basically said, what does everybody think? And I was just
Hmm.
like, huh? She's like, everyone here is a coach. What does everybody think? Like, what are you seeing? What is this person like not? And I was just like, she's breaking the rules. And I'm pretty sure I like learned the original rules from her in someone else's program. So she was teaching
Hmm.
whatever she had to teach. But it was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, there is no formulaic way that we have to do this. And I think it kind of it reinforced this idea that like, and I say this a lot, but I will break every one of the coaching rules if it has a hope of supporting the person in front of me.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's telling them what I think or giving them a strategy. Like there are
Yep.
some days where I will work with 5 people and I will, if my original coach training saw it, they would be like, your certification is revoked. Like I do none of what I was trained to do, but it's very collaborative and creative because it's like, how can we just like find another way? That isn't that a lot of my clients are really smart and they will know when I'm like, okay, let's do processing. They're like, okay, I know exactly how to do this. I'm going to sit in my chair. I'm going to
Hmm.
tap in my body, and then I have to have a shift. I have to have a shift if it's going to be successful. And so it's like,
Yeah.
I've got to break the pattern. Even my own tools, I'm like, I would like to use this tool, and I'm not going to because you already know what's supposed to happen.
Hmm.
I think that's part of the fun. I think that's the theater part too. It's like, we're doing improv.
Yeah, like how can we roll with this? How can this be more than just two people going through the motions or doing a script, a predetermined script? Which
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking now about this question of like paths and like when is it, or plans, and when do we need a plan? When do we need a path? And when is it not so helpful? It's almost like at least just the energy that I'm thinking of, like when I'm thinking of the things that I followed, the plans, the paths, the rules that I followed that were not so helpful, they had like a constraining
Mm,
element to them. And not in like I think constraint can be very powerful in sparking ideas, and I think that's a different thing. They had a constraining element in like shutting down my ideas and shutting down my experimentation.
hmm.
And like I was doing that with them, but
Sure.
I think that is the element that like was not so helpful, and perhaps led to like this stagnancy that we see sometimes in the industry. And then I think when plans are absolutely helpful for me, or paths are helpful, is like helping me like implement or like carry out an
Yeah.
idea. Because
Yeah.
without like just like having some sort of, it's almost like a vision alignment, like maybe not so helpful in orienting me to my like goal or endpoint or vision, but like very helpful once I've oriented myself in helping me get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Okay, so like the path is helpful when you know where you want to go, and that's actually in alignment with you, not in alignment or allegiance to someone else's rule.
Yes.
Because
Hmm.
then the path can also be, it can be like a blueprint, it can be a formula, but it also can be very organic and it makes sense instead of shuts you down.
Yes. It's almost like prioritizing movement above all else.
Right.
Like,
Right.
is this plan in service of movement? When I think about doing it or when I fixate on it, am I experiencing movement? Am I closer to taking a step forward than I was without it? If the answer is no, like throw it out the window. What is the point of a plan that you're like constrained by? If
Yeah.
you're not taking action, like what's the point?
Yeah. A lot of people will think that like the plan, making the plan is like the movement. And
Oh, yeah.
I think that's sometimes like the differentiators. Like, are you just planning endlessly? It's like writers. It's like, are you researching all day
Hmm.
or are you actually sitting down and even point form jotting down your ideas?
Hmm.
Because yes, some research for certain projects is really important. But if you're researching and you're not turning it into something, that might not be actually part of the writing plan.
Yeah. It's almost like what is the like I hate this, but like what is my why for
Right.
doing this? Or like what's driving me? Like what do I find important about this?
Yeah.
Most important. For me, usually that's like service, which inherently involves other people and like sharing with other people.
Mhm.
And so, like, distilling that to its core, like, what is my main reason or the main impact that I want this to have? And then, what's the shortest path to get there? And then, am I taking movement along that path, or am I like taking little side quests that are like, let me collate this 20-step plan instead of
Oh my gosh.
just like going out there and being like, let's have a messy group and maybe no one will show up and let's see what happens.
Yeah. And I mean, and I think with newer coaches, the side quest is then it's like, oh, and I have to beat myself up because I realized I wasn't doing it. But it's like, maybe it's good news. You found out you're on a side quest, and that probably means you didn't find the reason that was important enough to you to get it. Like
Yeah.
you, service is enough to feel
Hmm.
like I am going to do this thing I said I'm going to do today. For some people, they're serviced out. They are not interested in that, but they say it because it's pretty and then they don't do anything. And they're
Hmm.
like, oh no, I'm a terrible person. I was supposed to do this in service of the world and I didn't do anything. It's like,
Yeah.
that's okay. You don't have to be in service of the world, but you do need to find a reason that actually connects to you.
Yeah. And to be clear, enough to like move forward does not mean enough. Like when I hear about people who are on a side quest endlessly, it's not like you're a terrible person for doing this or you lack discipline. Usually it's either
Mm,
you're not compelled enough by your vision or you're afraid. In which
totally.
case, like, let's not be horrible to you. Like everyone is afraid. It's kind of scary to open up and use your voice and be like, hey, I want to do this thing. You want to come along with me?
Yeah.
Like, that's scary.
So scary.
Yeah,
No one says that either. Like, no
that
one
is
says how
scary.
scary it is. They're like,
Oh,
come on,
yeah.
coach, use your mindset. Let's go. Yeehaw.
Oh, God. And then you get situations where people are like human. They're scared to do something new and then they're beating themselves up because they're
Yeah.
not managing their minds about it,
Yeah.
which drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Not that that's like they're doing anything wrong. It's like I feel
Oh,
like that is in the air a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. Like, it's like then there's like another, then there gets to be another layer of shame on top of the fear.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then we're like, well, am I even a coach? Am I even real? Like, what am I doing with
yeah.
my life? Like,
I
it
know.
becomes so
Oh.
painful. And
Hmm.
I've had a lot of pushback on this from a lot of people who are like, don't tell them that it's a fear. Don't tell them that, yes, that's scary. Don't tell them it's going to be hard and challenging because you're just reinforcing a limiting belief. And I'm just
Oh,
like, you know what? Owning a business is scary.
yeah. And most people who say that are not running businesses, or if they are, they're not taking a lot of risks in their businesses.
Yeah, maybe for some people it is not scary because they have other people doing the scary things or they're just doing business light. But like, if you say, if you get to a point where you say, what I want to do is work for myself and I want to do that in a way where I am asking people to pay me money for time with me and my mind to help them solve their problems or make their life better. There is a world of people who will say, that's so arrogant. Who could ever want to spend money and time on you? Uh, who do you think you are? Like those people who say those things exist. I
Hmm.
had a client once, um, a yoga client, tell me they like hated the term life coach. They were like, why don't you just call yourself a spiritual teacher? Because I really hate the term life coach and I just don't take it seriously. And I just think it sounds like very, she didn't say arrogant. I loved her. She loved me. It was like a good
Hmm.
client relationship, but she was just like, oh, it's so cringy. And I'm like, yeah, I wish there was a different term because I think it does sometimes give the air of everyone's a mess and they all need me to come in there and coach them up, coach and help them,
Hmm.
which is, if there was a different term that was equally understood, I would use it.
Hmm.
I don't love the term either, but saying consultant also felt very inauthentic. So I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm literally coaching people on having the life they want, life coach.
acceptable. Yes.
Totally, I'm going to just make peace with it. I'm going to figure it out. It has not
Hmm.
let me down. But that is so scary. That was scary then.
Yeah.
It's scary now. Like, I work with people whose businesses are way bigger than mine. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm your business coach. Here I am. I'm going to help you find whole life success and da 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 da.
Yeah.
It's not because I know how to make their business work in a different way. It's because I know how their minds work.
Hmm.
It's why you're coaching all of these people who are becoming coaches. You're teaching them how to be coaches. It's not because, you know, we're not the like enlightened. I don't know even what people think when about these things, but it's like, I just have done this enough and I know all the pitfalls. I know those intimately. And I
Yeah.
know we can do this. And I know how to spot your hurdles and help
Hmm.
you work through them. And that's what we are experts on.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit in a nice little social media post. I can barely articulate it after almost a full beverage. I mean,
You know if the
I'm sure
beverages
it's
help
not
or
helping.
not.
The ramblings of a
Yeah.
life coach.
Totally. I had a lot of drama initially about calling myself a life coach. Now I basically don't. I mean, if I think about it a lot, I might. Because, like, yeah, I get it. It's like kind of cringy. And I think there's also like a portion of the population that's like, I'm 22. I have things figured out. I'm on Instagram and things are pretty and I'm a life coach. Not that there's no wisdom to be found in a 22-year-old. And also like I think there's a large range of what you might get
Yes.
with life coaches. At this point I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not like that big of like I think I've developed enough confidence in like exactly what you said
Mhm.
that I'm like, maybe it's a little cringy, but like, whatever. We need language. Language is imperfect. But at the same time, I do think, what was I going to say? I don't know. I lost it. I think I'm at the end of my drink. What's happening?
It's hot out, everybody. We can't just be on.
Drinks are cool. I'm very warm. Um, oh, I was gonna say, like, I think to the confidence piece and to the fear piece, I still feel afraid taking some action.
Yeah.
Like, even coaching, sometimes I just find myself getting nervous beforehand. And I don't think I've been coaching for 6 years now, pretty like a lot. Um, and just the past year or so, I've finally gotten to a place where I'm like, oh, like I'm actually pretty good.
Mhm.
I can help people with
Wow.
things. I can see things and help them with it. And that doesn't mean I'm perfect, but like I think that's to normalize that those first steps are scary.
Mhm.
And I don't think there's any benefit in pretending that they're not.
Yeah.
And like, can we find ways to make them be a little less scary? Absolutely. Can we find ways to support ourselves through taking those scary steps? Yes, of course. But like, they're just scary.
And I mean, honestly, the thing that I don't know this will help anyone else, but what really helped me was just saying that to myself. I'd be like, this
Yeah.
is scary. Like not trying to say, and there's something wrong with me for being afraid. Like
Yeah.
I thought back to how many years I would start a yoga class and just be like so terrified before standing up to teach. And I was
Hmm.
like, that was like a good, probably 8 years. I would still get nervous before a class.
Yeah.
Like half of the time that I taught as a full-time teacher, I was nervous. And I think that actually really helped me early on in my coaching. I was like, if I can do this for 8 years and wake up one day and not just be totally terrified, then I'm doing better than I was as a teacher. And if I'm still scared, it's keeping me very alert. I'm very
Hmm.
focused. I'm very present. Like it's not a problem. And it was actually really helpful to just say, this is scary. Full
Yeah.
sentence, no coaching required. Running a business
Yes.
is a very weird thing to do in the world.
Yeah. Because I think not saying that keeps us like thinking that it being scary is a problem that's what keeps us in perpetual
Yeah,
planning
right.
obsession
Yes.
mode. Because then we're like, I got us, brains are great at solving problems. Then it's like,
Yeah.
the problem is that I'm afraid. Let me solve that. That must mean I'm doing something wrong. That must mean that, like, outside of me, there's a perfect answer.
Mhm.
Maybe I should not allow myself to do group coaching calls. Maybe I need
Right.
a better niche. Maybe I need to like find the right email template to use to send an offer. That's the like spinning your wheels
Yeah.
stuff that might feel a little productive, but it's like aimed towards solving the wrong problem. It's aimed
Ooh.
towards solving the problem of fear rather than solving the problem of like desire. Like, I want to do this and I have some, like, it's scary to do. How can I do it anyway?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the thing that's just so profound. Like, if you're afraid that you're not going to be successful, if you're afraid that you're not a good enough coach yet, which is fears we all have or have had in, especially early on in our careers, the antidote to that is actually coach more.
Yeah.
like, like,
Like, except maybe you're not, like, you're probably not good. I mean, good enough is
yeah,
like a relative thing, but like,
yeah,
okay, yeah, you're probably not. But are you going to allow yourself to get better?
yeah. Like, I know so many people who are like, I really just have to spend 2 hours a day self-coaching on my confidence. I'm like, I mean, there might be some magical thought that cures the problem of a lack of confidence, but like just getting really good at something actually usually solves that.
Yeah. And going through the peer process of
Totally.
being bad
Just,
at it
yeah, being
as
bad at
well.
it, making mistakes, like getting up, dusting yourself off. Um,
I
it's,
also,
I don't think of lack of confidence as a mindset issue, actually.
ooh, ooh. Oh my God, this needs to be its own episode.
Yeah,
Wait, you have to
I
tell me more.
I just think it's sometimes like it. I mean, it can be, but
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not something I have ever solved with myself from like thinking about it. Never
Oh,
thought my way to
yeah.
more confidence.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm not feeling confident because I don't have enough experience, or maybe I'm not good at this yet. Um, it's like, gosh, I'm looking at the stack of like Oracle cards. I'm like, okay, this is objectively not like some fantastic art,
It's
but
actually
it's
very
going to be a really cool
pretty.
art. I love it. I actually love this one, but it's
It's
not
actually beautiful.
like some artist could look at this and be like, oh, you missed the shadowing or like someone could say things.
Sure.
I don't feel a lack of confidence when I look at this because I think I was probably like 20 or 30 hours in at the point of doing it, and I really like it. And I was like, it doesn't have to be good in someone else's eyes for me to know the time and energy and care that went into it. I don't have a lack of confidence about it
Hmm.
because it just is like, it's a, like, this is another, like you said, the cliche earlier, like, it's worthy of existing because it exists. Like,
Which is also very, yeah, like
it's the
actually very
cheesy thing that we
beautiful.
hear, like,
Yeah.
what's your why? All this stuff, but it's
Hmm.
that's true. Like, there is truth to that. I'm like, I made that. And that's pretty cool
Yeah.
because if I had just sat and thought, I need to work on my confidence before I can ever pick up any medium or try something, I would
Hmm.
just have waited till I was dead.
That's such a good point. I think, yeah, that's what a lot of coaches get wrong, I think, and people get wrong. I think it's both, which I think that's what you're saying as well. Like,
Yeah,
I don't, the most direct path to growing your confidence involves action
just do it.
and also mindset, but
Yeah.
like action. And I was gonna say earlier, like, I also think we have to acknowledge the impact that community can have
Yeah.
on this
Yeah.
as well. Like, I'm thinking of like, thank God I had so many opportunities to step into roles that I didn't think I was ready for,
Same. Yeah.
that I like honestly didn't really, if I'm perfectly honest, like didn't fully put myself out there for. I just said yes to.
Hmm.
If I weren't asked to do things that I was did not feel ready for, I don't know if I would have ever taught.
Yeah.
Period. Like,
Yeah.
because I just don't know if I ever would have. I mean, maybe that's not true, but I do think it like cut off, shortened the journey by at least like 5 years to there for me, was being asked to like teach when before I felt like I was ready. So I want to acknowledge that. That's something I think the coaching industry, I've been very both lucky in, and also I do think the coaching industry is pretty good at being like, it's like creating opportunities for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. And I mean, any coach like really worth the time, money, and energy you spend with them sees things in you and
Hmm.
sees potentials in you that you might just like not be able to see yet.
Yeah.
So I think that like that's something, I mean, that's worth having a coach for. Having
Yes.
somebody to believe what you're not quite on board with yet because they have seen it a million times. They've seen
Hmm.
like it's not blowing smoke up your ass. It's like I see these qualities in you and I've watched other people with similar qualities and I know that greatness is there and you just maybe need this you just need this moment or you need this person to ask you to teach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
wow, what a journey we went on
Woo!
today.
That was a fun. We were talking about plans and we went on lots of different paths that it was amazing. And now we're gonna revolutionize
Yeah.
the group coaching.
Self group coaching.
Revolutionize. That's very self-aggrandizing, but I think we have some fun ideas for group coaching.
And we'd love to hear yours. We'd love to hear what you think. So make sure that if
Yes.
you listen to the episode, you reach out to us. How can people get in touch with you?
Coachingwithelena.com. Also, if you have any questions you want us to answer, because we have been flying by the seat of my pants a little bit on what we're going to talk about, though it has led to some beautiful places. You can also post those. You can email those, or post them on Instagram or wherever you see us. Yeah. How about you? Where can people find you?
BeSuperAbound.com. And if you go to BeSuperAbound.com/coaching mixer, there's all the links to reach out to Elena, to reach out to me, and on Instagram at BeSuperAbound.
Yay. This was a fun one.
So good. Thanks everybody for listening,
Thanks.
and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, thanks for listening.